Hello friends, welcome back to my channel Engineering Mathematics DJ Ganit. In this lecture we are going to learn about another important series of complex analysis known as Laurent series. So we will discuss what is Laurent series, why we require Laurent series and why it is different from Taylor series which we have discussed in earlier lectures. So if we recall, for Taylor series, suppose we want to find Taylor series of a complex function f of z in powers of z minus z0, then the Taylor series of this function in powers of z minus z0 is possible if this function is analytic in some open disk with center z0. So if your function is not analytic in the open disk with center z0, then we cannot represent our function f of z as a Taylor series with center z0. So in that case the role of Laurent series arises. If we are not able to represent our function in powers of z minus z0 using Laurent series, then we can using Taylor series, then we can use Laurent series to find out representation of our function in powers of z minus z0. So first we discuss Laurent's theorem, which gives the conditions under which our function can be represented as a Laurent series, and then we will understand how to represent given function in terms of Laurent series. So for Laurent series we require that our function is analytic in an annular domain R1 less than absolute value of z minus z0 less than R2 centered at z0. So annular domain means region between two circles with the same center z0 and with different radius, which I have shown here. If we observe here, this is the center z0 and this is the circle with center z0 and radius r1, and this is the circle with center z0 and radius r2. So region between these two circles is nothing but annular domain. So this is the annular domain, region between two concentric circles. An inside circle has radius r1, circle outside has radius r2. So the region between these two circles without considering boundaries is nothing but annular region, and that we can represent by absolute value of z minus z0 is less than r2 and it is greater than r1. If we have any point z in this region, then distance of that point from z0 will be bigger than r1 and it will be smaller than r2. So any point z in this annular domain satisfies this inequality. So we can represent annular domain by this inequality. So for Laurent series we require that our function is analytic in an annular domain. Now here r1 and r2 can be, r1 can take the value 0 and r2 can also take the value infinite. Suppose we consider f of z equal to 1 by z, then we know that this function is not analytic at z equal to 0. So if we consider any open disk with center z equal to 0 and radius 1, then our function is not analytic in this open disk. Absolute value of z is less than 1. So it is the circle with center z0 and radius 1, and function is not analytic at z equal to 0. So we cannot represent this function in powers of z using Taylor series or Maclaurin series, because this function 1 by z is not analytic in the open disk mod z less than 1. So what we can do is we can exclude this origin from this disk, open disk. So for that we have to consider this inequality, absolute value of z is greater than 0. So if we consider this region, then this function f of z is analytic in this region, and therefore we can represent it in terms of Laurent series. So if we compare with this, here center z0 is 0 and r1 is 0 and r2 is 1. So r1 can be 0 and similarly r2 can be infinity, that we will discuss in the examples when we proceed further. So this is the idea of Laurent series. We are trying to understand the statement of Laurent's theorem. So suppose that a function f is analytic throughout an annular domain r1 less than mod z minus z0 less than r2 centered at z0, and let C be any positively oriented simple closed contour around z0 and lying in that domain. So that means we are considering positively oriented simple closed contour which is inside that annular domain that we have expressed here. This is the simple closed contour in counterclockwise direction which is inside this annular domain. Then at each point in the domain, means in this annular domain, fz can be represented by this series f of z equal to sigma n equal to 0 to infinity an z minus z0 raised to n plus sigma n equal to 1 to infinity bn over z minus z0 raised to n. So if we observe here, this first part contains non-negative powers of z minus z0, and here z minus z0 raised to n is in the denominator. That means it contains negative powers of z minus z0. So if we have Laurent series expansion, then we may have negative powers of z minus z0 also. And if we consider this portion which is including non-negative powers of z0, then that portion is known as analytic part of f of z, and this portion which includes negative powers of z0, z minus z0 is known as principal part of z minus z0, and if principal part is absent, we have only non-negative powers of f of z. We will discuss in detail about this analytic and principal part as we proceed further. So this is the Laurent series representation of function f of z which is analytic at each point in the annular domain, that is in the region between two circles with center z0 and radius r1 and r2. Now how to find out these coefficients? So these coefficients can be evaluated by these two formulas. We have considered positively oriented simple closed contour in the annular domain. So if we take integral of f of z over z minus z0 raised to n plus 1 divided by 1 upon 2 pi I, then this will give us the value of coefficients an, and bn's are given by 1 over 2 pi I f of z over z minus z0 raised to minus n plus 1 dz. Here n starts from 1 to infinity. So using these two formulas, we can find out coefficients an and bn. But in our lecture series on this topic, Laurent series, we are not going to evaluate coefficients by these formulas. These I am just explaining to explain this Laurent's theorem, but we are going to use these formulas as we proceed further when we will discuss more about singularities and types of singularities. So we will remember this series f of z is given by sigma an z minus z0 raised to n plus sigma bn over z minus z0 raised to n, and this series is known as Lorentz series, and f of z has Lorentz series expansion which is valid in the annular domain. Now in this lecture we are not going to use this Lorentz theorem to represent our function f of z as a Lorentz series. We are going to use standard Maclaurin series expansions which we have discussed before this lecture to find out Lorentz series expansion of given function. But what we will remember is the function f of z has Lorentz series expansion if we have function f of z analytic in the annular domain, and so for given function we have to decide the annular domain in which our function is analytic. Also we will be given the center, so we have to find out Lorentz series of f of z with that center. So we require that we must have annular domain centered at given point z0 in which f of z is analytic. And if we consider Lorentz series expansion of f of z in a given domain, then it is always unique. But if we consider the same function with different domains, then f of z may have different Lorentz series in two different annular domains with the same center. That also we will understand with the help of example. So we consider one example how to find out Lorentz series of this function e raised to 1 by z with center 0. So here our function is f of z equal to e raised to 1 by z, and we know that 1 by z is not analytic at z equal to 0. Therefore e raised to 1 by z is also not analytic at z equal to 0, and we have to find out the domain, annular domain in which our function is analytic. So this given function is not analytic at z equal to 0 only. So if we consider any circle with center z equal to 0 and any radius, then we can, if we consider any circle with center z equal to 0 and any positive radius, then function is not analytic at z equal to 0. So we have to exclude z equal to 0 from this open disk. So we have to add this condition: absolute value of z is greater than 0. That means z can never take the value 0. So we can consider this annular domain as 0 less than absolute value of z is less than r2. r1 is nothing but 0 in this case. Now function is analytic at every point except z equal to 0. So there is no restriction on r2. r2 can be extended up to infinity. So we have our function is analytic in the annular domain 0 less than absolute value of z minus 0 less than infinite. So we can represent f of z equal to e raised to 1 by z as a Lorentz series in this annular domain 0 less than absolute value of z minus 0 less than infinity. And here we are considering center as 0 because they have asked to find out Lorentz series of e raised to 1 by z with center z equal to 0. Now we are not going to use that Lorentz theorem to find out coefficients of Lorentz series. Instead of that, we are going to use the standard Maclaurin series of e raised to z, which we know. Before that, we write down that f of z is not analytic at z equal to 0 only, or f of z is analytic at every point except 0. So therefore we can write that f of z equal to e raised to 1 by z is analytic in the domain. So as we discussed, we have to exclude 0. So we write 0 less than absolute value of z minus 0 less than infinity. So therefore by Lorentz theorem we can find out Lorentz series representation of f of z in this domain whose center is z equal to 0. Now we know the Maclaurin series expansion of e raised to z. So first we write this. We have to remember what is Maclaurin series expansion of e raised to z. So we know that e raised to z is given by 1 plus z square by 2 factorial plus z cube by 3 factorial plus z raised to 4 by 4 factorial and so on, and this is valid for all z. Now here instead of z we have 1 by z, so we replace z by 1 by z. Replacing z by 1 by z, we obtain, so left hand side is e raised to 1 by z. This is 1 plus 1 by z. We have 1 by 2 factorial. Z is replaced by 1 by z, so we have 1 by z whole square, that is 1 by z square, plus 1 by 3 factorial. This is 1 by z cube plus 1 by 4 factorial, 1 by z raised to 4 and so on. So this Taylor series expansion is valid in the open disk 0 less than mod z less than infinity. So in this way we can represent given function f of z as a Lorentz series if your function is analytic in the annular domain. So here we are not using a Lorentz theorem to find out Lorentz series of this function. We are just using standard Maclaurin series of e raised to z to obtain Lorentz series of e raised to 1 by z. So it is very easy to obtain Lorentz series expansion. You just have to decide that your function is analytic in which domain with center which is given in the given problem. We consider one more example. Before that we recall the Maclaurin series of this function. We have shown in earlier lectures that this function has Maclaurin series which is nothing but geometric series, and this series is valid if absolute value of z is less than 1, that is series is valid in the open disk with center 0 and radius 1. So in the next example we are going to use this geometric series which is nothing but Maclaurin series of 1 over 1 minus z. So we consider this example number 2. Show that when z lies in this annular domain, this function 1 over 4z minus z square can be represented by this series. Now if we observe, then first we consider f of z equal to 1 over 4z minus z square, and this we can rewrite as, if we take z common, we have 4 minus z. So this function is not analytic at points z equal to 0 and z equal to 4, and because it is a rational function, it is analytic at every point except z equal to 0 and z equal to 4. So we cannot say that this is the Maclaurin series of this function, because this series is in powers of z. So we might have confusion that it is the Maclaurin series, but because our function is not analytic at z equal to 0, we cannot say that function is analytic in the open disk with center z equal to 0 and radius r. Now here function is not analytic at z equal to 0. So if we consider the open disk with center z equal to 0, here function is not analytic at 2 points, z equal to 0 and z equal to 4. So we can have, or we can consider some small scale so that we don't have problem in the sketch. So suppose this distance is 4. So function is not analytic at z equal to 0 and at z equal to 4. So if we consider an open disk with center z equal to 0 and radius 4, we consider the open disk with radius 4. Suppose this is rough sketch of the open disk with center z equal to 0 and radius 4. Then if we consider absolute value of z is less than 4, then this point 4 at which function is not analytic is not in this disk. It is on the boundary of the circle mod z equal to 4. So if we consider absolute value of z is less than 4, we are excluding this point at which function is not analytic. But function is not analytic at z equal to 0 also. So to exclude this point, we have to add this condition. Absolute value of z is bigger than 0. So our function is analytic in this annular domain, 0 less than absolute value of z less than 4, whose center is z equal to 0. Therefore we are given this domain, that in this domain this function is analytic. Therefore we can represent it as a Lorentz series in this domain. Instead of this domain, if we observe that if we consider this set of all points which are outside this circle, that is, if we consider points z which are having absolute value greater than 4, then they are the points which are outside this circle, and function is analytic everywhere except z equal to 0 and 4. So if we consider this portion which is outer portion of the circle mod z equal to 4, then function is analytic at every point in this domain, 4 less than absolute value of z less than infinite. So we can represent f of z as a Lorentz series in this annular domain also, and we will have different Lorentz series expansions in both the domains, in this domain as well as in this domain. So sometimes the question is like this: find Lorentz series expansion of given function in all possible domains. Here we are not going to find out Lorentz series in both the domains, because here we are asked to find out Lorentz series in this domain only. But sometimes they ask the questions like this, that find out different Lorentz series expansions of given function. So we have to first check what are the different annular domains in which function is analytic, and then accordingly we have to represent f of z as a Lorentz series in different domains. So for this problem we have, this is enough that our function is analytic in this domain 0 less than absolute value of z less than 4. That means function is analytic at all the points in this disk except z equal to 0. So we are representing our function as a Lorentz series inside this open disk, and we are excluding the center of the open disk, so that we have this annular domain 0 less than absolute value of z is less than 4. Now once we have the idea about analyticity in the domain, then it is not hard to represent our function as a Lorentz series. So here we can use geometric series which we have just discussed. But before that, if we want to use the geometric series, our function must be in this form. So we try to express our function in this form. So for that we can consider this 4 outside. So this we can rewrite as 4z into 1 minus z by 4. I am rewriting 4 minus z as 4 into 1 minus z by 4. If I multiply with 4, I will have 4 minus z. Now I require series in powers of z. So I am not doing anything for this 1 by 4z. I keep as it is, and I am using the Maclaurin series of 1 over 1 minus z, which is sigma z raised to n. Here instead of z we have z by 4, so we write z by 4 raised to n, and our function is analytic in the open disk in the domain 0 less than mod z less than 4. So from this we can say that absolute value of z by 4 is less than 1. Therefore you can use that Maclaurin series of 1 over 1 minus z. So here we are using that 0 less than mod z is less than 4. Therefore absolute value of z by 4 is less than 1. Because to use that geometric series we require that we must have absolute value of z less than 1. This is valid in the open disk mod z less than 1. Now instead of z we have z by 4. So we must have absolute value of z by 4 less than 1 to use this Maclaurin series. And now this we can rewrite as 1 by 4z sigma n equal to 0 to infinity. Here we have z raised to n divided by 4 raised to n. And if we consider this 1 by 4z inside the bracket, we have z raised to n divided by z, that is z raised to n minus 1, and divided by 4 raised to n plus 1. So therefore our representation is obtained, and this is valid in the annular domain 0 less than mod z less than 4. So we have proved this, that Lorentz series of 1 over 4 minus 4z minus z square is given by sigma z raised to n minus 1 by 4 raised to n plus 1, n equal to 0 to infinity, and this is valid in the annular domain 0 less than mod z less than 4. So in this way we can find out Lorentz series expansion of given complex function which is analytic in the annular domain absolute value of mod z minus z0 less than r2 and bigger than r1. If our function is analytic in this type of annular domain, then we can represent that function f of z in powers of z minus z0 using standard Maclaurin series which we have discussed in earlier lectures. So I stop here. In the next lecture we will be discussing more variety of problems on how to represent given function as a Lorentz series. So thank you very much.